July 15th, 2021 at 2:30, and we're on time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This meeting is being recorded. Continue. Okay. All right. We do have a quorum, and next on the agenda is the minutes. And I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for June 17th, 2021. All in favor?
I guess I didn't look at those. Are they good?
They look good to me. I
Okay.
don't see anything that's different from what we discussed.
Yeah, we didn't discuss much.
I make a motion we accept them.
One.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay, the minutes are accepted as written. And the next thing on the agenda is reorganization. I got an email that we should have our reorganization done at the next meeting, which is this meeting. So I have some input.
I like where I am as secretary.
Yeah, I like being vice chair.
You like being vice chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I make a motion that we accept or that we appoint the same hierarchy of officers for the personnel board.
all in favor?
I second that. Aye.
Okay, aye.
Aye.
Okay, it passes. Thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is the job description template. I want to combine this a little with the online job descriptions. The job description template, I had gotten feedback from Suzanne before she left, and the online job descriptions and minutes, there's 2 lines on our homepage in the left-hand column that have minutes and then job descriptions. And according to her message,
What?
she said,
The screen
let's see,
corner.
per our conversation, I heard you spoke with the IT person
Not corner.
and asked about personal board minutes and job description available on the website. As I mentioned, I can add the information, but I need a listing of job descriptions you would like to place, post, and copies of the minutes. I do not have any of the any of your board minutes, and that was from Suzanne.
Right, and I'm putting them together and I'll bring them down. I mean, Suzanne is gone, but I'll bring them to Lisa.
Lisa, okay. Now the thing with the job descriptions, though, I don't want to put any of those online till they come up with that professional package that we had. And I want to get an approval and then start doing, once we've done those and put them on the new format, which looks more professional, then submit those. So right now, there's no job descriptions that I have because, like I said, the template is sort of waiting for approval or waiting to be heard or something like that. So that's my, right now, that's where I am as far as the job template and doing the online. So it's held up because of the job template.
You haven't gotten any feedback at all?
Nothing. Mhm.
No.
No. Nope. So, I'm gonna basically, like I said, I have to wait for the job description template to be okayed, get feedback. But it's in limbo right now because we don't know if they've seen it or they're talking about it or anything. So it's up in the air. So.
You know, Ellie made a suggestion that we just go to a selectmen's meeting and just ask them, do they still want us? Do they want us to disband? Are they gonna, let us continue? Yeah. I mean,
I saw that on the new business from last month, which I remember us discussing, and I was hoping that we could go through this, if they could just give us a, but I agree with you. We should set up a time where we're gonna go see the selectmen because, like I said, our role is in limbo. We're not getting feedback from them. And, I don't know what else to do. It's like, you can't update the job descriptions. I mean, we could update the job descriptions and put them in our new template and then give them to, what is it, Lisa? The
Yeah.
new administrator, and have her put them on, but technically they have sign-offs, you know what I'm saying? For each
Right.
of them we set up, so we could, I really didn't want to go that route. I really wanted it to be okay, and this is what they agreed to and stuff like that. But
Yeah, if you, I did just print out for myself the powers and duties of the Personnel Advisory Board. That's what we are right now.
right,
And it said the board shall
I
make
know.
recommendations to the town administrator. And he can, let's see, in his powers, it says the town administrator shall be responsible for the administration of this bylaw and any classification and compensation plans and such rules and regulations regarding such plans. The town administrator may accept or reject the Personnel Advisory Board's recommendation with respect to any classification and compensation plans and such rules and regulations regarding such plans. So it's only those things that I guess we can submit to them. You know, it basically wipes out everything. And then when you look further at the duties and powers and duties of the town administrator, it's all through the Board of Selectmen. It's not, he doesn't have to say anything to us, so anything to us,
Right. Exactly.
And I know we haven't got any reply from the letter.
And it's hard for us to even make a recommendation if it's done beforehand. Job descriptions are done and advertised and people are hired before we even hear about it. So how can we make any recommendations or do any job ratings or anything if it's all done by one person?
Yeah, but I think there should be a difference between a job description and like a job posting when you go to hire someone, because you don't give them the full job description. You just basically is
Right, but there should be
and
there should be some rating as to what pay level it's going to fall into.
right. And that's where I think the personnel board, where they evaluate with using the
Right.
manual. That way that classifies that into each sort of category that they are put in.
Right,
To me, we still do an evaluation of the job description.
but we're not being given that opportunity if we don't get the job description.
Right. So it's like a no-win, no-win.
That's right. That's right. I have a problem with one person doing everything, and I always have. And that, as far as I'm concerned, that's why the Personnel Board was formed way back, because there was no unity, there was no transparency. Each department did what they wanted, and this was supposed to solve that. And now one person is doing everything again.
What I could do is, since she wanted a list, right? She wanted a list. Okay, she wanted a list for us to post. So how about it if we give her a list of, what was that new job? There was a new job there, project manager or something or other.
Yeah, something like that.
economic development person.
Yeah, something like that. If we request that to be posted, and then she doesn't post it, that means there either isn't one, or there'll be another thing that's like, okay, what's going on with that job description? It doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? In other words, let them post the one without the official template that we're working on. Ask the one and see if they do post it. That way we would have it, right? It's a new job.
Right.
And then we could evaluate it using our manual.
Yeah, if anyone's going to take our evaluation seriously.
I understand that, but it basically would show like either it's not written properly for the amount of money that they're talking about. To rewrite it then? You know, because a lot of it is job descriptions aren't written very well. And I know when we just look at them and stuff like that, it's like, where's the information to say that this pertains to it?
Right. They're very general.
Right.
Or they're written by the employee themselves saying, you know, I sharpen my pencils every day and I make sure that my supply is good in my printer. You know, it's silly stuff like that. And
right. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think I should ask for that and see if they do put it up and then?
Sure. I mean, how can it hurt?
Right. And the format might be not that great, but that's fine. At least we would have a job description period. So you don't know what it was. Ellie, what did you say the name was?
Our name?
No, the job.
I said economic development because I had seen some when I was trying to find the personnel bylaw, which I found finally under personnel board.
Okay.
And that's only, I looked on the town clerk's website and couldn't find it there at all. And finally found it under personnel board. So
that's what it should be, right?
well, yeah, but I would think it would be included. All the bylaws should be included somewhere
together. Yeah.
And I would think that would be the town clerk's office, but
well, I know when we were talking on it was to do with the homepage. And remember I presented a thing where there was like 3 places where that bylaws and the procedures were. And it was like 3 of them were wrong, you know, 1 was right. And it was like, where are all these different ones coming from, you know, for them to update? I haven't gone through to recheck. I just rechecked our page, but I know that there was other places where our bylaws and the procedures could be found. So, but that's not here nor there. All right, so I'll find out the name of that job. I'll probably have to look at the meeting when we voted on it. Remember, there was an additional $13,000 added to the pot on that one.
Well, now it's really high, isn't it? It's quite a high grade.
Well, that's what. Yeah, it is. I remember thinking this, like,
and I thought it was only $13,000 being paid, and how would it have such a high grade?
Right. Initially, it was talked about 13,000, so many hours a week and stuff like that.
But that was only for the last end of the year, I think. It wasn't for the whole year because it was done at the fall town meeting, which was in November or something crazy. So it was only for about a month and a half, and that's why it was only 13,000. And here I was thinking it was for the whole year. Right. Stupid, you know.
It's hard to believe that could be a full-time job.
Yeah, well, I remember chatting with some people. You know, I walked out with a neighbor of mine here who used to be on the planning board, and I said, so who do you think's getting that job?
Yeah, really.
This kid is going to have that job.
Yeah, right.
And because it was only 13,000, and it just, you know, and I think I might have asked about it at that town meeting. I know I asked about the job itself, but I guess I didn't phrase it absolutely perfectly, so I was answered the way I wanted to hear. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if we could find out what that actual job name title is, okay, so then we can request that.
Now, was that on your agenda for this? I think you
I have Economic Development Project Manager, MS4. So that's the new one.
Yeah, I think the word project was in there.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so I'll request that she add that to her homepage. To Lisa there. Lisa? Okay. So we'll get that request going and see if we get a new one on there. So minutes online, we covered that already. Annual reviews, I still haven't heard any more on that. It was a juggle around between the treasurer and, how did they put it? I guess the administrator keeps them all, but each department has their own copies.
Right.
But they didn't say whether they're all done or not, so,
As far as I know, they haven't been done for 2 years.
yeah. Okay.
Except for the library.
Right.
Except for the library, because Ellie's on the library. She gets her work
Well, it's
done.
only the director. I don't know about the rest of the employees, but I know the director has been reviewed.
Okay. Let me see. We talked about that. Oh, policies and procedures are next on the agenda. I've got everybody's information. I'm just compiling it together, and I was wondering about setting it up because it's mostly, what does it say, punctuation and some terms being moved here and there.
Right.
So I was just gonna put, if we could, I think that's about it, because the only thing that I noticed that I was looking for was to try to straighten out the appendixes versus the addendums or whatever they were, and the duplicates of things that could be fixed. And at this point in time, I still have the list, and I'm just gonna put it on the back burner for now, because if they do want to correct all those little errors or stuff, I think we could wait because it doesn't affect anything right now.
Yeah, I know that in whatever I reviewed, it was the method of writing changed completely, and as if somebody had just copied and pasted somebody else's policies and procedures right smack in it. And I felt that it was, and it was probably the punctuation and stuff like that, but it was done from a third person. It originally was written sort of as a third person type of document, and then all of a sudden it became a first person document, and that drives me crazy, that type of style.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, because that gets very egocentrical, and you want to keep it, not so it's just one person's ego.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the big objection I had, is that, yeah, that's fine to put that in, but write it in the same style, which
Exactly.
is not egocentric.
And more professional too, it's
Yeah.
like when you're using Word, I mean, they come in and they say, oh, sentence is correct the way you're saying it. And it's like, thank you. Even though it's a machine doing it. Oh, so I'm going to put that on the back burner. Like I said, there's those in the index, just several things that need to be straightened out. Like I said, duplicate stuff. So I'll just put that on hold for now. So I'll put it under a review still, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's see. Old business. Well, old business is getting some feedback, I think. And if you want to put under new business, I think we should think about setting up something for the, either go to a selectmen's meeting to discuss what we have as far as issues, even reading the letter out loud to the selectmen. And
Yeah.
I just want to know when want to do it. I did want to ask is like, when is the next town meeting?
They usually have one in November, don't they?
Yeah, October or November.
Yeah.
October, November,
Whenever this free cash has been certified, then we can schedule.
right after that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it has to be like 3 or 4 weeks after the free cash has been actually certified. because they can't vote on anything, and they shouldn't be doing, that's another thing, they shouldn't be doing salary items at a special town. That should only happen at an annual town meeting.
Yeah. It's usually paying bills that came in late.
Transferring
Yeah.
cash over and things like that.
But
yeah.
they did have that $13,000 in that one.
Yeah, right.
It's a salary,
Added, yeah.
and that should not have come there. It should have been in the
You're right. You're right.
Okay, so do you agree we should meet with the selectmen, set up a time frame? I'm not sure when they meet.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean,
And get on their
I think
agenda.
we have to sort of turn it over to them. Just say, we don't feel like we're only advisory now.
All right, so do you want to write another letter then?
Yeah. Do we have any value? I mean, if we're going to have these meetings, nobody's going to answer us, and we don't get any feedback, why bother?
Yeah, and that the town administrator can take it or leave it, whatever. It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah, but
have to.
don't you think our town employees that we help and represent, don't you think they'd be affected if they don't have
Mhm.
them?
Well, if they're not affected, then, then they'll come back crying. But right now, and I think they'll come back crying to the selectmen and say, listen, why'd you get rid of the personnel board? But they're gonna have to change. I mean, if you read it, everything is shall, then it will,
No?
we can,
How about this?
make recommendations to the town administrator. But
Right.
everything else is shall, but the
Oh,
town
yeah.
administrator can take it or leave it.
Yeah, and we're not doing employees any good now.
Yeah, right, exactly. The way the bylaw is written.
Right. Even if there was a grievance, would we hear about it?
Yeah, no.
Doubt it.
Well, how do you want to approach it? Do you want to do another letter to them and, or ask for a meeting from them,
I would,
get on their agenda?
yeah, I wouldn't bother with another letter. I mean, if they haven't answered us, I mean, we've tried everything, I mean, see what
That's the
happens
thing.
when you ask Lisa for the economic development position thing. And if you don't get an answer from that, then, or it doesn't get posted, then I think it's time for us to
Just ask,
question.
you put it on the agenda. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, just ask to be put on an agenda.
Okay, at a selectmen meeting? That's what
Yeah.
you're talking about?
Bye. I mean, I don't know what the alternative is. I mean, we've written a letter, no one's answered. We've sent many emails and requests, no answer. I mean, I could be laying out by the pool right now.
I hear you. Okay, so when would be a good time frame for you ladies? Because they usually meet, what, around 7 o'clock or so?
Yeah, it's the first and third.
First and third?
Yeah, but they canceled their the July 5th meeting or whatever. Yeah, I think it was July 5th or 6th meeting, and it might have been because it was right around the holidays there.
Yeah.
And so they're having one on the 20th next week, a meeting. So I don't know if it's a lot of times they shorten their meeting time to one per month in the summer. So
Yeah.
it might be just one meeting in August. So
All righty. So how about if we propose to do September? Focus in, we'll have our meeting in September and have a meeting third, so what, Tuesday? Tuesday, right?
I'm not sure what's going on with me in September.
Well, I'm trying to put it off in advance enough to get everybody, okay, we can, go or attend or what,
yeah, and actually the September, the first Tuesday in September is the 7th, which is the day after a holiday, so
Yeah.
they might not have one.
Okay.
So it'd be like the 21st of September. But where are you going, Betty Ann?
To get a hip replacement.
Oh, really? Ah,
Yeah, exciting. Oh,
but
I
you'll
don't
be at
know.
home. You can sit at home. Oh, no. You'd have to
Not for the selectmen's meeting, but yeah, I mean,
You could sit at home. You do a virtual Zoom thing for the selectmen's meeting there.
yeah, I
don't
could.
see that, you know?
I could. I mean, I don't have it scheduled yet. I'm going to see, I saw one doctor and I'm going to see another doctor on July 28th.
And
and
so
I-
which place?
My right hip, my right hip.
No, your hospital.
Oh, the first one I saw was at UMass Memorial. And the second one I'm seeing is at Milford.
Oh, okay.
Close,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're not doing the Women in Brigham, or not that one, the famous one.
Yeah, no. This woman that's in Milford, she gets excellent reviews.
Yeah, and I know somebody, a yoga buddy of mine got her hip replacement there, and she thought she was great.
Yeah, if it's the same, Dr. Barrett.
I don't,
Yeah.
I think it was a woman. I just know
Yes.
it's a woman.
This is a woman, yeah, and I've heard great things about her, and everyone says, "Oh, she's wonderful." So, you know, the doctor in Worcester had like 1.5-star rating,
And what's his name?
she's got Dr. Hangen,
No.
and she's got 4 stars. And I said, "Well, gee, if I was buying a refrigerator, I wouldn't buy the 1-star review. I'd buy the 4-star." So I may as well be that cautious about my hip.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. I'm sure she's going to say it's going to be replaced. And
Yeah.
I'd like to have it done as soon after Labor Day as I can.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go like the 21st and so the selectmen's International Day of Peace, it says, huh?
On September 21st?
Yeah.
September 21st.
Oh, that's our special election.
Oh,
No, I think it got changed
Oh,
because they didn't check with the town clerk's office first, and
okay,
conflicts there. So
Okay.
I think it might be the 28th now.
okay.
But I'm not positive.
Yeah, I'll check with Chris.
so in order to get on their agenda, what do we do? Submit it to town
Just,
administrator?
just tell Lisa you'd like to get put on the agenda. I
Okay,
don't think you have to go through the administrator.
all right. Meeting selection. Okay. So in September, do you want to meet in September at all? It's going to be later in the month. Like I said, most of the stuff is pretty hung up, and if I do have any feedback on the job description, which should be basically checking to see if it is online, there's really nothing else. Oh, there is new business I wanted to ask about though after we discuss this. So, all right, 21st, contact Lisa.
Yeah,
Okay, so do you want to meet in September before the 21st?
Yeah, as long as
We'll
Betty
skip
Ann
August, huh?
Betty Ann could do it because we'd be at home.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, I could probably do a Zoom meeting. We're not going to do anything in August?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I can do the 21st.
For the
Well,
selectmen meeting.
that's the selectmen's meeting.
Selectmen meeting,
Oh, that's the selectmen's meeting. That's right.
okay?
Yeah,
We focus on that. So instead of having a meeting in September, we'll just do the selectmen meeting, okay?
yeah,
Does that sound for you?
yeah.
Okay. So I'll get a hold of Lisa and ask for that. That's ahead of time. Now, the only other thing, which I would consider new business in a way, is I I'm not sure how it works, but how do you put a warrant article up? Because I'd like to have that section 4B that's in the bylaws. The one that says, the last line, the town administrator need not consider any proposal already considered in the preceding 24 months. I'd like to have that totally removed.
If it's an annual town meeting, you
Okay?
just submit it to
Yeah,
the,
but it has to be a certain number of, and you have to have like 10, or can we as a board submit it?
yeah, I think you can have 10 or 20 signatures. If you do it for a special town meeting, you need like 200 signatures.
Yeah.
So I would just wait until the, next year's annual town meeting.
But
Which
you
is
sort of
like
have to
November?
start thinking about it in January or February.
Right. And Chris would tell you exactly what we need to
But
do.
that might be a good thing also to ask at the selectmen's meeting,
Right.
Okay.
to say why, what? Okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. We're almost.
Yeah. So we only have one meeting a year in May?
That's the annual town meeting.
Annual.
We
Okay.
have other meetings, but they require different requirements.
Yeah.
And annual, you can get something on, any person can put an article on the annual town meeting as long as it's signed by 10 or 20 people. I
Yeah.
can't remember either, but Evan and I have done that. On
Yeah.
meetings. So,
Okay. All right. So, because I'm saying if that's the holdup right now, where he's just refusing to do anything for 24 months, I mean, it'll be 24 months.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Huh?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, I know. That's just, it shouldn't even be in there. That's,
No.
that may have been copied from another, because
Yeah, you're right.
that whole part is completely different than the old bylaw. So I have a feeling that was put in and said, oh, well, this is good thing to put in, but
okay.
nobody told us,
So if we meet with the selection, then we could bring that up as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Part of
idea.
the letter.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right, so I'll request the meeting for September, and I guess that's about it, ladies. I don't see anything else, unless I skipped something. No, I don't see anything else.
Okay.
All right,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
all in
3:03.
favor? Yeah, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, take